Hello and welcome to Sew with Christine. Here is a tutorial on how to cut and sew a bustier top with basque waistline. This tutorial is so detailed that even a beginner can make one after watching. So I will urge you guys to watch to the end and give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, share and turn your post notification bell on so that YouTube will notify you when I upload a new tutorial. This tutorial is divided into two parts. The first part, which is this, is solely based on the cutting process, while the second part would be the sewing process. So let's drop the front part first. I'm going to start by taking down the horizontal measurements. So from the top of this paper, I will come down by 9.5 inches, which is for the bust point line. Afterwards, I'm going to mark 13.5 inches for the under bust and 16 inches for the waistline. I'll come to the side of the paper and I will take down the same measurements. Afterwards, I will use my ruler to draw straight lines over these marked points. Next, I'm going to mark down half of the shoulder width measurement, which is 7 inches. Then from that point, I'm going to come downward by 1 inch. That will be for the shoulder drop. Then from that 1 inch, I will mark the armhole depth line, which is 7 inches. Next, I'm going to mark the same measurement on this side and draw a straight line. I'll go ahead and label these lines CL, which is chest line, and bust point line, UB under bust, and waistline. For the front neck depth, I'm going to mark down 3 inches, which is the standard. And on this side, I will also mark down 3 inches for the neck width. Then I'll go ahead and connect both points together. Then I'm going to connect this shoulder drop to meet with the neck width. Now we have our shoulder slope. On the chest line, I'm going to mark the half of the shoulder width measurement, which is 7 inches. Then I'm going to connect this way so that we'll have our armhole depth line. Afterwards, I'm going to divide this armhole depth line by 2. Then from that, I'm going to go inward by 0.5 inch. On the chest line here, I'm going to mark the quarter bust measurement. Then I will connect all 3 points like so. This new line will be the armhole line. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and mark the bust span measurement, half of it, which is 3.5 inches. Then I'm going to connect using a straight line. Then from the chest line, I will go upward by 1.5 inches. This is how high I want this to be. Now this depends on you. If you want to go up by 1 inch, if you want to go up by half or even 2 inches, that's up to you. Afterwards, I'm going to connect this line. And this line will now be our over bust line. On the under bust line, I'm going to mark 1.25 inches on this side as well as on the other side. Then I will use my curve ruler to connect these 2 marked points to the bust points area. Coming to the over bust line, I'm going to go inward by 0.75 and outward by 0.75. Now this also depends on how you want to tighten the over bust and also how big your bust is. Please note that the bust circumference is actually different from how full the bust is. Some people may have a very big bust circumference but will have small bust. So these are the things you need to put into consideration when you are drafting your bustiers or your corset top. So if the bust is big, you may want to go inward by 1 inch. A medium size bust 0.75 is okay. Then For a small sized bust, you may want to use 0.5 inch. The same is applicable for the under bust area as well. Then I'm going to mark down this same measurement that I have at the under bust area on the waistline. Then I will use my ruler to draw straight lines downward. Afterwards, I'm going to mark down the quarter under bust measurements. Then I'm going to replace the 2.5 inches that I used for the darts there. I'll do the same thing at the waistline. I'll mark the quarter waist measurement and I'll go ahead and replace the 2.5 inches at the waistline there. Then the chest line also, I'm going to replace this measurement on the chest line. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and connect all the 3 points. From the bust point line, I'm going to come downward by 2 inches. Then I'll connect these 2 inches to meet the bust span area like so. Kindly note that these 2 inches that I got is the difference between your front length and your back length. For some people, it is 1.5 inches. So do well to take your own measurement. You measure from your shoulder to your waist at the front and do that for the back. Take the back away from the front to get the difference. Whatever you get there is what you are going to use for the bust dart here. So I'm going to draw the sweetheart's neckline now, and I want to maintain the chest line for the depth. Now you can come up by 1 inch from your bust point line, but for me I will just maintain the chest line as the depth. So from there I will draw a freehand curve like so and connect this way to the armhole. After that, I'll go ahead and open up this pattern so I can close the bust dart. After closing up the bust dart, I'm going to redraw this line here because you can see it's no longer straight, so you have to redraw the line. Then I'll go ahead and cut out this pattern. Coming to the over bust line, I'm going to fold this way so that I can redraw this part to have a very smooth curve at the top area. So guys, if you have watched this tutorial to this point and you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After cutting this, we are going to be drafting the back pattern soon. Alright, it's very important you label your pattern. So this part will be on fold when you cut on your fabric, and you're going to cut 2 of this. I'll go ahead and draw arrows upwards to indicate the part that is the upper part. And I'm going to write CF here to show this is the center front and the other one is the side front. Now for the back part, I'm going to measure just 2 lines here, which are the chest line and the waistline. For the waistline, I use 16 inches at the front part, but remember I removed 2 inches for the bust line, so I would go ahead and mark 14 inches for the back waistline. The front is 2 inches longer than that of the back waistline. Next, I'm going to mark the half bust span measurement here, which is 3.5 inches. Then I'll connect downward. After that, I'm going to measure out the half shoulder width measurement. Then I'll come down by 1 inch. After coming down by 1 inch, I'm going to mark 7 inches on this chest line. Then I'll use my ruler to draw a straight line downward. So we have our armhole depth line now in place. Next, I'll mark 3 inches for the neck width and I'll come down by 1 inch for the neck depth, and I'm just going to connect this way. Afterwards, I'm going to rule my shoulder slope like so. On the chest line, I'm going to mark the quarter bust measurement. Then at the waistline here, I will also mark the quarter waist measurement, but I will add 1 inch for the dart intake. I'm going to be marking 0.5 inch on this side and on the other side for the darts. Then on the chest line, I'll come downward by 1 inch and I'll connect my dart legs this way. At the center back here, I'm going to come down by ½ inch and I will connect to the side like so. At the waistline here, I'm going to come inward by 0.5 inch and I'll replace that 0.5 inch here. Then I'll just go ahead and connect these lines this way. So this first line here will no longer be needed. Then I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern. If you want to close your darts now, you can do that. That is why I've cut off the darts. But if you're not going to be doing this, then when you sew onto your dress, you have to sew the darts close. So next is for us to label. I've labeled the center back and my arrows are pointed upwards to know the part that is the upper part. So for us to get the basque waistline, I'm going to be extending the front like so. I'm just going to place both papers like so. Please don't overlap both of them. Just place them side by side this way on the new paper. So after pinning, I'm going to take the measurement that I have here. That's on the first piece here, the width that I have at the base there. And I'm going to mark that measurement on this part. Then I will just go ahead and extend this line downward. After that, we are going to extend the waistline at the center front by 5 inches. I'll go ahead and mark down these 5 inches. Then I will use my ruler to connect from the waistline to where I marked 5 inches. And that is it, guys. I'll go ahead and cut this off. Then I'm going to open this up as well. So now we have our basque waistline added to the front part, and we have also gone ahead to draft the back part. Like I said, do well to label. So I'm pointing this arrow now to this side to know which side is which. Alright guys, I've gone ahead to use this pattern to cut out my fabric, and for the side seam allowance I used 1.5 inches for the front and the back, and the center back I used 1 inch for the zipper allowance. And this center front, like I said, is on fold, so I folded my fabric into two, as you can see. And for the other areas, I added just 0.5 inch for the seam allowance. And I also went ahead to notch every line that I have on this paper. I notch all of those lines on the fabric, so when I'm sewing, I'll be able to arrange this accordingly. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like I said, this is the first part, which is the drafting and the cutting process. The next one will cover the sewing process. Once that is uploaded, I'm going to leave the link in the description box. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, and I'll see you in the next one.